Why does your Xero file say you've spent more than you actually have? And worse, why does it look like your income just magically increased also?
Here's the thing. If you're using Xero but not carefully matching transactions, you could be unintentionally inflating your expenses and your income. And yes, that mess can land you with a much bigger accounting bill just to fix it. If you don't know how to avoid these double ups, this video is for you. You're about to learn the real reason why Xero users often end up with duplicate expenses and income. How tools like HubDocs and your bank feed can create a mess if not handled properly. Why clicking OK in your bank reconciliation isn't always okay. How to avoid common bank errors. Let's dive in.
Let me tell you about someone I work with. Let's call him Jim. Jim runs a small but growing home renovation business. He's great at what he does and he has a solid income stream, but his BAS is always way off. According to Xero, he spent way more than he actually spent. His profit looked tiny. The problem, you guessed it, duplicate transactions. Jim had HubDocs connected. He was also correctly using bank feeds. He didn't realise that he had to match the expenses that came in via HubDocs with the bank feed entry. He assumed that Xero was doing that. It wasn't.
So instead of one expense, Xero was recording two, one from HubDocs and one from the bank fee. Same with customer payments. Instead of matching payments to the invoices, he was just hitting OK and coding the payment to sales incorrectly. He thought he was saving time, but it ended up costing him hundreds in unnecessary accounting fees to fix it. And worse, the ATO could see inconsistent numbers, and that triggered a review.
We fixed it, of course, but it could have been avoided. So if you're using Xero, here's how to avoid the same mess.
Let's start with the golden rule. Always match your transactions. Don't let Xero double count them. If you upload an invoice via HubDocs or Xero's email to bill function, then the same transaction comes in through your bank feed. You must match those two records in the reconciliation pane. If you just hit OK on both without matching, you now have two expenses instead of one. That means your expenses are wrong, your net profit is wrong, your bank balance is wrong, your BAS is wrong, and your accountant has to spend time fixing it.
Now let's be honest, none of us want to pay for unnecessary bookkeeping cleanup. And here's an inside tip. None of the team at your accountant's office want to do this messy cleanup work. They all hate it.
So here's how to properly match expenses in Xero. Upload your bill via HubDocs or email to bill. You'll see the bill created in Xero, waiting for payment. Wait for the bank transaction to come through the bank feed. Once it's in, head to the reconciliation pane and match it. If Xero suggests a match, check it carefully and click Match. If Xero doesn't suggest a match, click Find and Match and locate the correct bill. Never click Create unless you're making a new transaction. That would be something that doesn't have a bill already entered. Avoid double ups by deleting the right transaction. If you accidentally add a duplicate, do not delete the bank feed entry. Always delete the other transaction, not the bank feed. But first, save any attached documents. You can reattach them to the correct entry.
Now let's talk about income and matching customer payments to invoices. You send an invoice to a client. They pay you. Xero sees the payment in your bank feed. Here's the trap. If you don't match the payment to the invoice and you just hit Add or OK, Xero thinks you've made two sales.
That means your income is overstated, your BAS will show more GST than you actually collected, and your bank balance in Xero won't reconcile. So again, match, don't add. Go to the bank reconciliation pane. If Xero suggests a match, check it and then click Match. If not, go to Find and Match and search for the correct invoice. If there's a difference in the amount or the payment includes multiple invoices, you can split or part match it. Now, here's another mistake I see all the time. Don't trust auto-suggested codes. Check every transaction. So you're reconciling and Xero suggests an account code like office expenses or general expenses. Looks right, so you click OK. Please don't. Here's the thing, Xero's AI is often wrong. It's improving, but it still has a long way to go. The guess is based on past behaviour, not on context. If the payment is for $1,000, Xero will look at the last time you paid $1,000 and suggest that you code the transaction to the same category. And that's why it's often wrong. You might be coding fuel under office expenses or a subcontractor payment as repairs and maintenance, or a loan payment even worse. Over time, this makes your reports so inaccurate, they're useless. So open up the detail on every transaction, look at the supplier, read the description, and choose the correct account code manually. It only takes a second, but it keeps your file clean and your reports accurate.
And here's another tip. Be sure to add payment details in your online banking. Let's say you're paying Telstra and other invoices via your internet banking. Be sure to add meaningful details in the reference or description field. So if you're paying a cleaning invoice, don't enter invoice 1234, enter invoice 1234 cleaning. Why? Because when the transaction comes into your Xero, that's what you'll see in the reconciliation pane. If all you see is invoice 1234, you'll have no idea what that is for. If you just say payment, you'll have no idea what it's for either. But if you say Telstra April invoice or plumbing job 678, you'll immediately know how to match and code it. And remember, those descriptions aren't just for your supplier, they're also for you. Let's look next at the bank reconciliation and the 5-day reconciliation rule. Open up your bank reconciliation report. Are there transactions sitting there that are older than 5 days? If yes, that's a red flag.
Xero Bank feeds update daily for most banks and more often for some. So anything older than 5 days is either a double up, a transaction that wasn't matched properly, or something coded incorrectly. Click on these old transactions, investigate, ask your accountant for help. Don't just leave them sitting there. And remember, never delete a bank feed transaction. Always delete the manually added one or the HubDocs uploaded one, but only after saving the documents and reattaching them to the correct entry.
Some clients ask, should I turn off HubDocs? Now, some of my clients have found the double up situation so frustrating that they've turned off HubDocs completely. This is an option, and it doesn't mean that you lose the benefit of digital bills.
You can still use your unique Xero file email address to forward PDF invoices directly to your Xero file. Add the email address to your phone contacts and use the Adobe Scan app on your phone to snap and send receipts to that email address. You'll find the receipts in the Files area in your Xero file. Manually attach the files to the transactions in your Xero file. This gives you more control over how and when bills enter your file without sacrificing digital record keeping. Here's a quick summary of the key rules. Match, don't add. Always match bills and invoices to bank transactions. Delete duplicates, but only the non-bank feed ones. Never trust Xero's coding suggestions blindly. And add payment details when you're online banking. Follow these and you'll stay nice and neat and in control. Here's the thing, this is general advice. Every business is a little different, so ask your tax advisor for help. If you're a client and you're not sure if you have double ups or incorrect data in your Xero file, Just bring it up in your next complimentary tax time meeting. Or get in touch and we'll book a time and walk through it together. And don't forget to sign up for our free weekly business tips. The link is in the video description. I send out one practical tip every week to help you grow your business, stay compliant, and make better decisions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.